Hello, everyone. Mike Arnold here again, co-founder of Fat Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. How is everyone doing? Again, different streaming setup this time again, so I can now hopefully see the comments again. Hey, waka waka. So we could get some more comments coming in. Again, this is going to Path Trading YouTube and also Pure Exposure YouTube. The Meta page, formerly known as Facebook, Path Trading, and also to the Path underscore Trading Twitter feed. And I'm still working on Share Vision, getting that all going too. Thanks to everyone who signed up there. And also thanks to everyone who has so far joined the Discord server, posted some stuff in there today. Eventually started getting there was an active discussion going on. So if you're active, not only in Tesla, because I put that double bottom in S&P uh, in there, then it's just a great area to start getting things going for people who are actively trading. Let's see. Let's see. Before we get started in here, let me just remind people, please do subscribe, ring the bell, especially important now with the bell being set to all notifications so you get notified of whenever we are live streaming. Again, I'm getting these multi-streams worked out. Then we'll have Bob on for some more of them, especially for a fundamental aspect discussion. And remember to give it a thumbs up since you won't be able to thumbs down stuff anymore on YouTube. So you can only thumbs up me. Isn't that a bummer? Let's see. What do we got? Motor Trade. I would like to know if Elon Musk is drawing some kind of pleasure out of screwing his enthusiastic shareholders. He could have had Golden place 20 million shares privately with 100 disc. Yeah. Again, you're talking about Elon. I don't know how Elon's brain works. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, yes, he could have done a private offer. He could have done many other things. All right. This is the way he's choosing to do stuff. I don't know why. I have no idea. But you just got to trade what is. I mean, now we've had the well, I can't say back and forth since I did. Did Bernie ever reply to multiple? It's like Elon was out over the weekend with, should I sell more Bernie? Based off the tax stuff, and then I saw him. I don't believe Bernie ever replied unless I missed something, and then he was like, "Is 53% enough today?" You know, there was selling. Off the open. I put that right in Discord, right off the open today. So again, it's a small, minuscule, one-time fee to join the Discord just for some administrative purposes. I'd recommend if you are actively and if you want to keep learning this stuff, not just with Tesla but with everything. I please do consider joining. Let's see. Elon likes to make the sales and the envelope government look at me selling dirtier tax fluff. Look what happened to the stock market now. See, at the end, I think Elon's always about Elon. Elon always has his own weird way of doing stuff, and uh, you know, yeah, he might be just forcing him to sell because nobody is forcing him to sell, and everything else he announced for his other tax purposes was announced back in September. We talked about that with his plan that was already filed, and then on top of it, he's just going to dump what he wants to dump. Yeah, and he could have done private. He could have done a private placement. There's a lot of stuff he could do. I think he likes the spotlight. Think he likes people talking about him. We know that he doesn't like to be ignored. I know. So did Bernie ever respond to him? Because I think that would bugging him today. Well, I'm just going to show people. I don't. At the end of the day, it's Elon. But what are we here to do? We're here to analyze the markets and not just Tesla. Although this is a Tesla-based live stream. Uh, and we will see what's going on today. Again, put in the little even before we opened. Now we were lower, and then we rallied up a little pre-market, but I put in, I'm going to be watching the harmonic retracements. Harmonic retracements, and just real quick, yeah, no response that I know of that in reference to me asking if Bernie responded. No, I didn't think there was. I just want to make sure, sometimes I can miss things with paying attention to a lot of things. So again, I had the short-term charts up today with the gap down immediately right here. There's selling pressure right off the bat, though. So you see here again, watching for the close above the 62.5% retracement. Again, I posted a couple screenshots in the Discord too, as I updated levels, but the initial was about this 1022. You never got a close above there, and then it just kept ratcheting down, all the way down, right to there. So the other thing I did was did the projections. So this was the first pausing bar with the harmonics. With the harmonics, there we go. So again, the easy focus right off the bat was this 997 to 1000 once we broke below this 1003. And then it was 994, which we paused at right there. Okay, then you just ratchet it down and help start looking for key levels, lower. I then had a cluster at 981. This is the one I posted in Discord. And then, what was interesting is we went to the 15-minute right here. So 15-minute, we could not get a close below this 981.91 area. So my lines of the sand that I posted also were 985.50, and I was watching for a 15-minute close and 992.50 area or momentum bars. And I said below this 985.50 area, I'd be watching for a retest of the lows. We just dipped below there, could not get any move on. And then this, we had momentum bars right here. This was a ton of buying. You could see with the volume. With the volume, I mean, look at this. So here was your early morning volume with the selling pressure. And then here were your momentum bars. I mean, this was, right after lunch, just rip your face off move. Getting above that 992.50 area, and then just continuing up. So my next targets were, of course, the once we got above there, we didn't even stop. I posted there. I was watching for that 1,000 becoming resistance. Tore through there. I was watching the other side of the rotation zone. Then, and we had the buy level from Friday, this 1031 area, and then the full gap fill. Well, we came up to that buy area and reversed. So this never, besides these momentum bars, never got into a sustainable bullish mode for me besides this little breakout to the upside, and now returning to the 15-minute rotation zone. So after it sort of died there, I was watching for the 50% level to hold, which did hold going into the close. So a couple bigger things to chat about. Let me see what question. Let's see. Let's go through some more comments. The stock is talked because the MA still say down mid 800s remain. I agree. I think we're going lower unless we do have a double bottom pattern trick that could, is in play. But I am still overall longer term with lower price actions, even with some bounces. Waka Waka thinks he's a narcissist. That's an understatement. The end of day squeeze was a nice scalp. Yeah, that was you got to just, again, most of it's sitting on the hands and waiting for, the morning was momentum down. So if you were trading from the bearish side, there was some good price action lower, and then it was just waiting for that momentum or to break down or to break out, and we had the slight breakdown with no momentum, then the breakout with momentum, and that's what triggered it for me. Waka Waka Euphobi at the 880s. Hey Dave, glad you're here. Let's see. Any thoughts of what that was? This was some kind of. I mean, there are some coordinated buys in here with that kind of volume. It was either I don't know what it was. I have not seen anything yet with what it was, but there were some definite, very large purchases in here. Uh, there was that fake tweet. I don't remember who it was in reference, but they were said, "Oh, we're buying 100,000 Teslas." I don't know if that had anything to do with it or that was just something that happened after the fact. I know that just with this kind of volume, there was a major buyer and or buyers stepping in once we started to get that momentum bars. We let's take a look at the bigger picture here because still dipping below, this is still a major buy area for people. So, and you can still have institutions jump in here trying to pick up some stuff on the low. If anybody else knows what that was, with the buying pressure, I didn't know. Did anybody see the ARC stuff? If it was ARC, I don't know. All I noticed was with the 42 Lou, probably Elon buying stock back at the lower price. He sold in the morning, bought it back in the afternoon. He's like, all right, I'll mess with them some more. Maybe I'll push it up for a bit so I can sell some more. Like, who knows? I mean, with all this stuff, even with the crypto stuff and everything else, I think he just gets a kick out of this kind of stuff. It's he could really damage people though. That's yeah. The weekly calls started lighting up. Let's take a look at those weekly calls. I have those up over here. So I'm going to disappear from the camera for a second. Again, this is the highest call volume we it was way down from a couple weeks ago, and last week we had some abysmal days, but today really picked up. You had 70,000 of the 1050s go off. You had 56,000 of the 1000s go off. So we started to get some. Then you had a 10, 20, 24,000 of the 1020s go off. So it wasn't great, but it was decent, and this really picked up this afternoon. This really lit up this afternoon. So the morning wasn't. You had that selling pressure, and there was nothing going off. There was stuff going off, but not to any volume. It definitely picked up in the afternoon. Uh, is the rumor is selling the remaining shares on a secondary market true? Could that be a catalyst? Doesn't seem to jive. I don't know. I again don't know anything. We're just gonna have to watch for the forms to get filed and everything else. That's and it's all after the fact. Besides when if they're big selling on the open, it's probably still due to him. And we'll just keep tallying up the shares and see where it sits at the end of the day. Let's go through some price action. Let's prepare ourselves for tomorrow, though. With this, my bullish now level is coming down here. So even on a dip to about 990, I'll start to keep watching for this little support shelf. What was resistance becoming support to hold. We had, based off the volume metrics also down there, this is a very key line in the sand. We break below this 990. I'm just going to put it right on 990. 990. There we go. We break below that, then I'm then watching for the lower price action to 966 to 963. Then we're in this major support zone cluster, really, that we've talked about with that gap open, all these harmonics, the key line, the sand. So we have a major support area about 945 to about 950. Well, actually 955. So that's where it will get very choppy. You'll see a lot of stuff going off around there. But that's only if we start dropping below the bullish zone tomorrow, because then I'll watch for acceleration into these next, especially the 962 to 966 area. Now, even if we have selling pressure in the morning, if we can hold this 990 level, And then I'm starting to get a little short-term bullish with today's price action. Uh, can see here still the confirmation to me that we might be at least getting to where we'll get a nice little run up is if we get above, let's just check that 1030 level. Getting a close above 1030, but really I'm watching. I'll watch for a close above 1030, but I'm going to keep an eye with the dropping 4-hour rotation zone. If we get a close above the 4-hour rotation zone, then I'll really start watching for a retracement to possibly about the. We have still have a gap fill in here. So we have a gap. I mean, I'll just roughly to 1060 and then 1070, the upper end of the rotation zone. Now, what bigger picture I just want to point out, we have this, and I'll get back to some more questions. This is a potential double bottom still. It's now within the potential double bottom zone. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it with the conservative targets. So if that triggered, it would need, I need to daily close above this 1104.97. So daily close above 1105. That's where it would need to get before, and then I'd be in super bullish mode. Now, if this continues lower down towards this key open, that potential, remember, it's potential. It hasn't even been confirmed. It need a trade above that 1105 level to confirm it. Again, this is very early, just putting it out there for people who don't show up every day or who have a longer term perspective. So my line in the sand short term, starting to watch for a close above the 1-hour rotation zone, which you see here. Since this major sell-off continued, we have not had a close. We've had a gap open above it, but on a 1-hour basis, have not had a close above the 1-hour rotation zone. So that's my first thing, and then I'm going to be watching to see if we can get the close above the 4-hour rotation zone, and then at least I'll be in short-term bullish mode. With watching that key 1060 level, then 1070 to the upside. Let's see. Let's see. So that Gary Block suggests you do that, what, at the secondary market? Gary Black, sorry. I was enjoying watching an attempt to get back down in the 800s at least, wait and see. Again, I think we could have a nice little bounce and then another rollover without ever triggering that potential double. I still agree there's a major gap of magnet, but I'm starting to see a little more sentiment getting very, very bearish. So that's why I would not be surprised, but the price action has to confirm. I would not be surprised to see at least another slight rally, especially from this little buying pressure at the end of the day. So, what's going? Oh, well, we'll see. So Jay Powell is going to get the sack. So there's that uncertainty. Although the next one could even be more dovish than Jay. So we will see. But what's going on? If that, I mean, we're in a Tesla. I just want to jump over to this to see where we stand. Again, I said as long as we're above 46.7950, I'm still in a bullish mode on the S&P, so I will keep an eye out for that when it does open back up. But if you're interested in my thoughts with that, but that's definitely breaking news. Thank you. Biden trade off Powell to get the infrastructure bill over the line last week. So that's a leak, I guess. So it was what, throw Powell under the bus to get the infrastructure deal done. Tesla can rally 200 points, and if VM comes in with another 1 million, the stock will go negative. Anyone notice that each PM it goes down, then up, and down on the open? So overall, any other thoughts on this? That's my little line in the sand. We still have a lot minor little gap fill that wasn't full from today, but Other than that, I don't have much else to say on Tesla. Just keeping an eye on the levels. Just to reiterate, my game plan tomorrow is if 990 holds, going to watch for some potential rallying price action. If 990 gives it up, then I'm getting, again, pretty severely bearish down towards this 944 to 950 area. And then if we closed below this low from back on the 25th, then I'll start really keying off the gap fill. Remember, we could still go down to this 944 area, which would be the first target for this potential ABC pattern longer term. Hold there without ever triggering the full gap fill. That's about it that I have. If there's any other questions, thanks for the news. Thanks for everything else. Thanks for that Powell news. I'm going to be switching back once this ends to see what the markets are going to start doing. And I'm going to go verify a bunch of that news. Oh, yep. Powell is finished. I'm just seeing it in my news feed now. Just seeing if there's anything else. Nope. Let's see. Here's we don't have much going on. It's still just nothing major yet. Let me just take a look over here at something on my let me just check something over here. I'm looking at my other monitor. If you see me glancing away, yeah, I'm not seeing a ton of reaction yet. Not seeing, it's still holding up with the key levels right now. Still, there's no major selling pressure coming in just yet. So maybe we should start talking. You, oh, you're gonna tee people off with this one. Lucid, yeah, I saw that with the Lucid. Did you see their earnings? Did you see Lucid's earnings? Uh, Nice big miss on that. And I think you know what we should trade. Here's what we should do. What am I going to suggest? What are we going to suggest? Here we go. Lucid is so last year. We got Rivian. Come on, everybody. What's the market cap of this now? How many vehicles have they sold? They're 127 billion market cap. So they're so you have Tesla still in the lead, at the close to 1 trillion. And you have what, Toyota? And then you have now Rivian. Let's all pile into Rivian. I mean, it's on a tear. Look at this. I need some more good price action to really get some key levels updated. That's where it's so hard to get great levels off this. It blew through both my harmonics, and then it was just watching the 150s. But maybe we'll make this into just from Tesla. We'll make this from just not just Tesla, but we'll throw in some Lucid and some Rivian on a daily analysis if enough people want it. Yeah, just listed 24 cars produced. How are they going to meet 500 end of the year? I love that Rivian is crazy. This is coming from. I want to know what some hardcore Tesla 10 trillion market cap people think about Rivian. I've seen some of them just slamming. I can't believe it's already 127 billion and they don't produce any cars. Well, yet Tesla 10 trillion market cap is completely sane. Uh, so we'll see. Let me know what your thoughts are if we want to include some Lucid and Rivian in the daily sort of trio of electric car makers, just to help us fine tune some of the technical analysis. And with that, I'm not seeing any other comments, so I will talk to everyone later. Slight little sell off now in the S&P, but nothing major yet. Talk to everyone later. Bye for now.